day everyone. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick yes or no pick a card reading. Okay, so I will show you the selection. Ground yourself. Remember, if there's more than one question, always go outside or enter somewhere else for some fresh air. Ground yourself so that you can make the next selection, because if you've got all these things happening in your mind, you will find your yes or no's will be accordance with the thoughts in your head. So if you've been thinking about work all day and you come and ask a yes or no about love, you're not probably going to get the answer that's related to that. Spirit guides are most probably going to give you something else you've been thinking about or constantly thinking about, okay? Because they often want to use ways to give you help or to give you advice. And so they'll do that in whatever way, and normally in readings. So if you're hearing something and you realizing this ain't about my work, or this ain't about the question I was asking, maybe just listen to the message, okay? There might be something there that you have to hear, not necessarily a yes or no to your question, okay? So just remember that spirit guides will always find a way. Even when I'm doing readings for other people, I like to leave it open, because tarot cards are not meant to be fortune-telling cards. They're meant to be advice from spirit with your current situation, what you're currently dealing with first, before we look at your future, because your future will carry on being the future further and further away if we don't fix whatever the problem is now. Okay, so let's get into your selection. Okay, so this is the selection. There are 4 piles in front of you, so choose pile number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Take your time, pause the video when you are ready, and I'm gonna start with the reading. Okay, pile number 1. So what I'm getting here is the situation or the question you are asking about. Something or someone is betraying you. Now, this can either be you are holding yourself back, or this is someone else. I'm really getting that this is someone who does not want to see you change, someone that doesn't want to see you leave. This is someone who, they don't want to see you become too empowered, because if you become too empowered, or if you leave this situation behind, I kind of feel like this person would be quite upset, okay? But at the same time, I don't know if they are doing enough to make you stay. Okay, so again, take what makes sense here, because it could also be you sabotaging yourself from change because you're afraid of change. So it does feel like someone is stopping this, and that's why it's a no. This is a difficult situation. There's a divide here. Okay, so it's not a simple situation. So if this doesn't make sense, this may not be your reading, because I do feel like there is someone out there that's quite generous, someone who has integrity, someone who is quite loyal. It could be a friend of yours, someone who, perhaps even a family member, someone who you can trust. And it does also feel like there is a wish that you want to do. So take this as it resonates. Either the actual question you're asking about, the answer to your question is a no. The actual question is no, this person is not being completely honest, and in some way they are holding you back, so you can't move forward. Or no, because you are moving away from something because you don't trust it, because you don't want change, because you are afraid of change. And this may be for someone who you may be asking about, someone who's actually got a lot of generosity, someone who's quite loyal, and someone who actually has integrity. And this could be a wish fulfillment for you. But the answer is a no, because you just don't want to see what you have to do. You're not willing to make the sacrifices that you are needed to go forward. But there is some kind of truth coming in pile number 1 that I kind of feel like will give you the ultimate answer. So It's either one day you'll wake up and realize that you've been sabotaging this and pushing yourself away, or the truth will come forward that someone has been standing in your way all along from being with a wish, a happiness, and a person or a situation that there's more integrity. Okay, a situation with a person or a situation of someone who's more loyal and more generous. So that's why it's a no, because either you are standing in your way or someone else is standing in your way. But I do feel like you're going to have some kind of aha moment where you will see the situation for what it truly is, because something has to change and you have to push yourself away. You might even have change forced upon you. Sometimes Spirit Guides takes away your money, people in your life, everything, so that you can sit by yourself and you've got no more distractions, so that you can see the truth. Okay, so this is a no, and that's generally why. Thank you and goodbye. Hi, and welcome to those who chose the Moonstone for pile number 2. Pile number 2. I'm feeling like you have waited a long time. There's a sense of waiting for things in your life to change, or waiting for communication, or waiting for your ships to arrive, waiting for news about something. Okay, you've been expecting good news or really wanting good news, or maybe you've been waiting for a new love or waiting for a marriage proposal, thinking, is it ever going to get here? I feel like this time of waiting has not been wasted. It's almost like Spirit Guides needed you to take the time to really sit and think, do I actually want this? I mean, how much do you really want it? You may be tested as to how much do you really want this. Have you thought about it? Have you taken all the sides around? You know, there may be 2 people you may be thinking about, and Spirit Guides are saying, are you sure you want this person, or 2 jobs? And they're giving you the time to really sit and think. You may also have been a little bit closed off because of a past lack, okay? And you may be like, for example, if you're wanting money, you can't hold on to every penny. You must learn to flow with things, and when things have to leave, not to begrudge it and wish it off, and, you know, say to yourself, every cent that I spend comes back to me tenfold, instead of sitting there and paying with the grit of your teeth, or buying something with the grit of your teeth, okay? So yes, money has to be balanced. You've got to have stability in order to, you know, financial responsibility is important, or emotional responsibility. You don't just give your heart away to someone else. You don't just give your money away for nothing. You know, don't go be buying, you know, Starbucks with your money if you're struggling. You know, keep that money, but don't be paying for bread and milk, for example, with the grit of your teeth if you need it, you know, or vegetables if you need it, because you are stopping the flow. And that's exactly what's happened here. You've stopped the flow of something for something to come in. And the only way for this to go forward is for you to open up your heart, open up your hands, and allow yourself to receive, okay? Don't tell God or angels or Spirit Guides or your ancestors how you want to receive. You have to allow it to come in. And I do feel like when you are ready, when you have allowed it, when you have decided, when you have contemplated all different sides of the story, I do feel like it's going to come in, okay? Your debts will be paid. You know, you'll be able to invest money again. Your budgets will be there. You'll be taking more responsibility, because again, you've had the time to contemplate what you are wanting, okay? And there's a gift coming from the universe. That's what I'm saying. So there is news coming in, and it is a gift from the universe, but it needed you to learn. Maybe you needed to become, you know, are you too defensive? Do you push people back? Are you like, oh, I'm going to get hurt, so I'm going to run away? Are you like, you know, oh, they're attacking me, so I'm going to attack back before I've even given them a chance? Or do you allow people to run all over you? Okay, there is a sense of being entrapped and confined in your mind, okay? And allowing your mind to open up, allowing your heart to open up, again, to be in the receiving mode for whatever this is that you're asking for. There are people that you had to leave behind. There are situations you had to leave behind. And this could be society. This could be, you know, communities. These are friends. These are lovers, or just false-minded or trapped-minded or fear-minded thoughts that you had to leave behind. And it does feel like you've had pain, you've had grief, you've had bad news, and so you've got so much fear of moving forward. But that situation's done, it's complete, it's over. It's now time to move forward. And the situation you're asking about, it's honest and trustworthy, okay? If this is a lover, a new love situation. This person's very honest and someone you can trust. This person's loving. This person's marriage material. This person's romantic. This person's affectionate. Okay, we've got a romantic mother and a father here. So this is a power couple and a love question. And anything else, it's saying that you can trust the situation. No matter what's happened to you in the past, don't push back this because of fear, because of, worry, because of what happened in the past, because this one you can trust. This situation you can trust, and you will get the good news. Okay, the answer to your question, it is a yes. Okay, so let go of your fears. If you waited a long time, again, it's just you being tested. How much do you really want this? And are you willing to fight for it? And are you willing to really, you might have had to do some soul searching for this to come in. It's like this is one of those divine timing has taken place because God wants you to know that this time you have to be willing to put in the work. You have to be willing to open up your heart. You have to be willing to work and fight for this. Okay, but it's a yes. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, so pile number 3, this is your reading. Pile number 3, you have some kind of special talent. There's a passion deep inside of you that's needing to come out, okay? Now, you might need to balance up your time, your energy, and your effort to make this work. You might need to make a budget plan to make this work. Look at, how you can spend your time. Look at how you can spend your money. Money is time, it's one of those. There's a lot of fear because of a past situation. There's stress, there's been crying, there's been bad news. You've dealt with stress, you've dealt with fear, you've dealt with loss. But stability is returning. Okay, your troubles are almost over. You're moving on from what you currently know. You're moving on. There may be a relationship that's ended or ending. There may be a job that you've lost. There may be situations, groups, people, friends that you've had to move on from because what you're going towards is something that's peaceful, that's harmonious, people you can work well together with. There could be exes coming back. There could be old friends coming back. There could be moving home or soulmates coming in. And it feels like you just need to be careful because you're worried that they're going to be the same as the past because people in the past let you down, and this is going to keep you stuck and trapped in your mind. Your emotions, your fears are going to create crossroads, but you've got important decisions coming up. You need to decide, and you need to decide and make the decision that's best for you. What I'm getting, there's a crossroad coming in of two choices, not knowing which to choose. It may be an ex or new lover, for example, an old job or new job, moving different jobs, different places. And it does feel like you fear the one because it reminds you of a past loss, okay? And Spirit Guides want you to know that if you do what's best for you, you ultimately won't make the wrong decision, So take the time to figure out what do you want and what is best for you. What's best for your soul, not what's best for your ego, not what's best for your pocket, not what's best for social media to see you. Are you willing to live in the forest, grow your own food, if that's what's truly makes you happy? Or are you going to choose something so you can live in the city and have fancy cars just so you can impress others? This is literally do what's best for you. Are you going to date the person who's hot and everyone wants them? Or you're going to date the person that's wholesome and deep down inside, and maybe other people don't find them as attractive, but you know that they're better for your soul. This is literally one of those things. You've got two choices here. And yeah, as much as it feels like, again, you've dealt with so many burdens, I do feel like there's a travel coming up. And what Spirit wants you to know is what's coming in for you. It's good news, and it's going to help you, and it's solid, and it's going to lead to success in whatever question you have. There could be gossip or around it, again, which is going to make you perhaps worry if I should take it or not. Don't listen to others. Listen to your soul. Listen to yourself, okay? The answer to your question is a yes, okay? It will be successful, but slow and steady wins the race, okay? You don't have to meet the guy and start thinking about the future. This is one of those, it's a passionate start. This person's invested. This person's making good moves. There's green flags, no red flags, but they're not ultimately hot or whatever. But in time, this is like one of those slow burns. In time, this person will be the person who will, propose to you at the end of the day. So don't try to think every day, oh my God, is this person the one? Are they the one? Are they the one? Because then you're going to ruin it, okay?
Just go with the flow, enjoy yourself, enjoy the peace and harmony that comes with it, especially if you're used to passion. Passion burns out, but true love burns slowly over a period of time. So give yourself the time in the situation for it to grow, because we're going from a jack to a queen to a king. So it starts off slow. In fact, it might not go very far. You might be friends for long periods of time. You move on to something a little bit better, and then it ultimately leads to something, a powerful success in the end. Okay, so whatever it is a yes. Thank you. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 4. Sorry, I feel like the more I try to fix it, the more I'm leaving it alone. Okay, cool. Pile number 4, there's some solid new beginnings coming in for you, okay? This could be, if you're asking about love, this is a time of meeting soulmates or unions with people who are really great for you. If not, this is just about, there's some quality time coming up for you with people that you love. I feel like there's this togetherness, there's this teamwork. You may be waiting for legal issues or dealing with legal issues regarding money for some, or business, or some kind of team project. And spirit guides want you to know that, you know, things are going to be stable, things are going to be secure, okay? There's been some kind of major change, and there might even be some low-lying depression or low-lying feeling low. Just do whatever you can to up your vibes. You know, every day, check in with yourself. 2 or 3 times a day, check in with yourself. Am I living in my dream life? Am I doing what's best for me? What can I do to improve my life at this time? And your intuition is what's going to help you. It's going to help you feel victorious. The quicker you feel victorious, the quicker you become in alignment with this really powerful new start. It could be a new job. It could be a new solid relationship that's coming in. It could be some money coming your way. But spirit guides they've been holding back because they just want you to make sure you know where you're going to stick that money, okay? And if it's a relationship, they want you to know how you're going to invest. You may have invested in the wrong things, on the wrong jobs, and the wrong people in the past, or made silly mistakes when it came to your finances in the past. So just be careful. Make sure this time you've got a proper budget plan in place. Make sure this time you're not spending it on frivolous things. Make sure that in a relationship that you're going to invest only in the people that you know you're getting it back from. Okay, you're not going to waste your time, energy, and effort in the wrong people, or in the wrong jobs, or in the wrong friends or money. Okay. I do feel like things are coming in pretty quickly, okay? We've got quite quick information coming in here. This may come after a time when things have been quite stressed, or there may have been an ending or a loss, or perhaps even a death for some of you, because we've got the 9 of Swords followed by the 10 of Pentacles. There may be an inheritance money coming in. It's taken its time, but things are speeding up, okay? It's funny how we've had a lot of cards where the King and Queens are all power couples. They're matching couples. I didn't notice that until now. It does feel like there's some kind of authoritative person, that lawyer or something. Just be aware of someone that's quite manipulative and malicious. This person may try to bring you down, or may try to prolong things here, create more drama than what it needs to. Just ignore them. Don't allow them to affect your mood, okay? Don't allow other people to make you feel low. Be more empowered and take more control over yourself. That's the only way you can bring things quicker into your life. Whatever you've asked, the answer to your question is quite a big yes, okay? So again, just be aware of someone that maybe try to get in your way and bring your vibe down. Time to team up with the right people to make things move forward, okay? You will have victory. So comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and goodbye.